Do you ever wonder why you freeze up in negotiations or why you walk away from every negotiation feeling like you probably could have gotten a better deal? Turns out science has the answers, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Hi, hello, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Durham. I'm a careers coach and a careers content creator, and my goal is to help you thrive in your 9-to-5 and beyond. At the end of this video, you're going to have all of the tips and tricks you need in order to master negotiation at any stage in your career or personal life. If you're not new here, you know I've got my laptop in front of me, notes ready to go, and I like to cut the crap, so let's hop into it. So interestingly, studies show that the most successful negotiators actually visualize a successful negotiation conversation before it happens. It means the people who actually get paid don't just walk into the conversation hoping for the best. They're actually taking time before their negotiation meeting to visualize what that ideal positive outcome is. Walking yourself through a literal visualization of what a positive best case scenario conversation looks like actually pre-programs your brain to expect and perform that way. So believe it or not, it actually can lead to better results. Building rapport or some kind of a casual relationship with someone actually makes them more likely to want to help you out and to want to listen to your requests. The first is by something called mirroring. And you may have heard of this before. It's actually a really common psychology hack and psychology trick, but it's basically when you're speaking to someone, you mirror their body language, you mirror their tone, you're basically matching their energy. Not to the point where you're like copycat, that's not the vibe you want to give because that's a little scary berry, like we're not trying to go there, but if you start to emulate the vibe of that person, they're automatically going to recognize that in you and feel a little bit more comfortable and safe. Because psychology also shows that we tend to gravitate towards people who remind us most of ourselves. Small talk is also a part of this, so if you're about to go into a negotiation, maybe you're negotiating a job offer, the price of your apartment, don't skip the small talk, ask how their day is, enjoy the conversation, don't rush right into business. Their theory is a science-backed theory that basically says if you have a number that is anchoring the conversation, perhaps it's about 10 to 15% higher than the number you're actually willing to accept, you're more likely to get the results that you want. And because you've been transparent and shared this ideal number with this other party, potentially this is the recruiter or the employer, they're more likely to say, okay, what can I do to meet you there? So if you're in late stages of negotiation and the recruiter asks what number you're looking for, take the number you're willing to accept, add 15% and share that. You are more likely to get your results you want if you're doing that. Now, there's also some studies that I feel a little bit mixed about that say the person who makes the first offer is most likely to get what they want. Meaning, if you as the candidate go to the recruiter and say, I want an $80,000 annual salary, you're more likely to get that versus waiting for the recruiter to share their salary range. I really think this is one you have to take with a grain of salt because this theory, it's assuming the recruiter is operating with your best interest at heart. So I would say if you're getting weird vibes, keep your salary expectations to yourself unless you're sharing the anchor number. This one is straight up manipulative. If you truly want to be a master negotiator or just generally get what you want out of life, you need to act like you are in demand. The easiest way to define what that looks like is to define what the opposite is. Someone who is acting like they are not in demand is willing to accept the very first offer that they get. They're telling the recruiter, oh, I'm willing to take anything. Please give me anything. I'll start tomorrow. I'll do anything. You're giving off desperate energy. It's like the same when you go on a date and someone is automatically like love bombing you, telling you they need to be with you. And you're like, whoa, you don't even know me. Why are you so desperate to cling to me? Something is clearly off. Something's off with your energy. If you actually want people to meet your salary expectations or your financial goals, or frankly, just do whatever the fuck you want, you need to act like if they don't, someone else will. If they don't give you the number you want, don't worry about it, somebody else will. You're not gonna commit to me, put a ring on my finger, somebody else will. That creates a sense of urgency. It also increases your market value. It also means if the recruiter is gonna ask if we're interviewing other places, bitch, we're always gonna say yes, even if that's a lie. Salut. Humans are hardwired to feel like we have to return favors. So how can we use this to be the most manipulative, sneaky little thing on the planet? If you make a concession or you do a favor for somebody early in the recruitment process, they are more likely to bend to your will in the salary negotiation. For example, if the recruiter is late to your interview, don't complain, say it's all good, don't worry about it. If they need to reschedule an interview, be flexible. Even offer something you're willing to give up in order to get what you really want, which is the money. If you need to shave off a couple of vacation days, that's fine. If you need me to start a week early, I will. Do them a favor so they are more likely to do you the ultimate favor. Truly powerful influencers and negotiators in the context of work operate with data that inspires, not emotion that inspires. I'm gonna role play this and you tell me which person you think is more likely to get a raise. Hey boss, I've been really loving working with you for the last few years, and damn, living in this city is expensive. My rent went up again, the cost of my car has gone up again. It's really, really pricey and I'm struggling to make ends meet. Can we talk about a raise? Boss, it's been awesome working with you for the last few years. I've really enjoyed learning and growing with the team, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Over the last few months, I've seen a lot of really positive feedback from my stakeholders. I've seen sales increase by over 120%, and I was thinking about my next steps at this company, and part of that for me is financial. Is it time for us to start talking about what a promotion or salary raise might be? Now listen, both of these people probably deserve a raise. I think everybody should be getting a consistent raise, okay? A bad negotiation is one that is rooted in emotion. Please give me this raise because I need it. An okay negotiation is rooted in external market factors. It's really expensive to live here. It's really hard to make ends meet. Can you help me out? An exceptional negotiation is rooted in fear. Here's the data that proves if I walk away, shit hits the fan. How much are you willing to pay me to keep me? So when you think about how you're having these conversations with your teams, your boss, or the recruiter, make sure when you negotiate, you have a data point that means something that is your anchor. Looking for $115,000 as my base pay based on the external market and also based on the fact that I'm coming with 12 years of detailed experience in this space. And above all, the most powerful psychology-backed hack when it comes to negotiation is the power of silence. You have probably heard me talk about this 100 times. If you're not new here, you definitely have heard me talk about how valuable it is to ask somebody for something and then to sit there en silencio, right? You're gonna sit there quiet. Because if you over-explain and try to justify why you're great, why you need this, why you need that, when that becomes the whole cycle of the conversation you're having, especially in the context of salary negotiations, it's giving desperate even if you don't mean it to. Is this video a little bit toxic? Yeah, so what? That was fun. I felt like a bad bitch that whole video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I had an absolute blast, y'all, doing this one with you. Let me know if you have questions in the comments. I'm always here to answer these. Thank you for spending some time with me, and I will talk to you in the next one.